how amazing it is? And are you really going to spend your life and this gift that you've been given wondering about what you could have become, or wondering what your potential could have become, and what impact you could have left? You see, I almost see it as I have a duty and an obligation to utilize these gifts that I've been given to create the biggest impact on this planet I can. And it's finally upon us. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the very first episode of the Meta Podcast. Now, in this episode, I am going to speak a bit more about exactly what this podcast is about and exactly what it can do for you and for me. So we're going to start off with a bit of a visualization exercise. So wherever you are, I want you to close your eyes, except if you're driving. If you're driving, then don't do that. So just close your eyes and clear your head. Just deep breaths in, deep breath out. Just focus on my voice and try and clear your head of all your thoughts. Now, the next thing I say, I want you to picture. I want you to imagine. So I want you to imagine the perfect life, your definition of the perfect life. What you think is the perfect life, where you have achieved everything you have set out to, all of your goals, whatever it may be. I just want you to picture it. Now, can you see it? It might be a new house, your dream house, or maybe your dream job, or maybe it's you and your family. Or maybe it's you making a huge impact in the world, in whatever area is your passion. Now, why do you think you are able to formulate this image in your head? So now, I believe this is because this image is a short glimpse into what we perceive our true potential could be one day. It's like a kind of sneak peek into what the future could become. And unfortunately, for whatever reason, this image scares us, and we will kind of brush it off as, yeah, it would be nice to have this, or it would be nice to have that life, but it's impossible, or I don't have what it takes to get there. So that leads me to my next question, which is, what are you doing to work towards this picture, or this ideal life? And I want you to be honest with yourself. And I can tell you right now that a couple of months ago, my answer was not much. And it's the same excuses, I'm sure you know about them, where it's life gets in the way, or I'm too busy, or I don't have the time, or maybe I'm scared to take the risk. I'm scared of looking like an idiot, or I'm scared of failing. But there's this guy who I've been following. His name is Bedros Keuilian, and he says, if you're going to take the easy route in life, you're going to live a hard life. If you're going to take the hard route in life, you're going to live an easy life. Now, basically, this translates into, if you do the hard things now, and if you put in the hard work now, your life will get easier down the line, or it will be easier for you to achieve your goals and to work towards that image that you had at the start of this episode. So I don't know if you guys realize, but life is a gift. The circumstances you are all in is gifts, no matter what it is. I was doing a bit of research, and according to whiskeyriff.com, the chances of you being born, now I just want you to think about this, the chances of you, as you are now, being born is about 1 in 400 trillion. 1 in 400 trillion. The fact that you're alive, healthy, and able to work is literally a miracle. Like, do you realize what has to happen for you to be born, and the chances, like, that you came out as? Do you realize just how amazing it is? And are you really going to spend your life and this gift that you've been given wondering about what you could have become, or wondering what your potential could have become, and what impact you could have left? You see, I almost see it as I have a duty and an obligation to utilize these gifts that I've been given to create the biggest impact on this planet I can in the areas that I'm passionate about. And in so doing, you give gifts to other people that they can then utilize to impact other people's lives and create an impact. And so the cycle continues. Now, I hope this has created some sort of self-realization and some sort of motivation within you to want to start taking steps towards achieving those goals that you've set out. But you may be asking, look, I would love to, but the first hurdle, I don't know what to do. Like, I'm not sure how to go about doing it. And that's where Meta comes in. Because, yeah, it's going to be difficult to achieve those goals if you continue to live the lifestyle we're currently living when it was easy to give up. Therefore, we need to change our lifestyles, or rather, we need to implement tactics within it in order to greater the chance of us achieving those goals. And that's why I'm reaching out to individuals across all these different industries and professions who are on the same journey as you and me. And yes, I say journey because I believe that we will never peak, and I believe that they are still on their own journey, but maybe they're just a little bit further down the line. And I believe that you should constantly aspire to progress and to become a better individual today than you were yesterday, and a better individual tomorrow than you are today. But by going back to these individuals, if we can get them to share with us what they are doing in their life at the moment to help them achieve their goals, then they are sharing their most effective tactics available that we can take and naturally implement into our own lives to start reaping the benefits and to start working towards our goals and our aspirations. Now, these tactics that they give us can be adapted to your own life, and as your goals change and constantly adapt, you can adapt these tactics, and it's not a set template, but it's a start at least. Now, I just want to finish off again with a bit of a visualization exercise again. So imagine this: you've lived your life, that you're currently living. You've lived your life, you've worked, you've got your job, you've got your house, your family, and you were okay with living mediocre. All the dreams that you've had, all the goals that you've set that were a little bit risky and you decided not to do it, you didn't take those, and you just lived your a mediocre life. How would you feel if just before you died, you got a glimpse into what you could have become? Like, that picture of who you could have become was there in front of you, and you don't recognize that person. Now, I don't know about you, but that scares me. That is truly scary. Like, seeing what you could have done on this planet, seeing how big of an impact you could have had, or how successful you could have become, but you don't recognize that person because you were okay with just being mediocre, or you were too scared or too limited in your mindset that you didn't want to take that leap of faith into working towards those goals that you had. So, I don't know about you, but I definitely will ensure that I'm going to do everything possible in order to reach my true potential. The little steps, using those tactics, within my own life to try and create the impact that I know I can. And I really hope that you feel the same way. And if you've got this far in the podcast, I'm sure you have. I'm sure you do feel the same way. And I'm so excited to go on this journey with you and to develop. And yes, it's going to be tough, but I believe that we all have the ability and we all have what it takes to achieve the goals we set out. And on that note, I just wanted to say thank you so much for listening to this first episode. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like for me. Share this with as many people as possible, and we can start building this kind of community of people wanting to work together towards their goals. And we can create a huge impact, which is ultimately what I feel like everyone wants. I mean, I haven't met anyone when I ask them, like, would you like to change the world, or would you like to start a business and to be successful? I haven't met anyone that said no. So I think that's just testament to our mindset. And I believe that, again, just the fact that you clicked on this podcast, I believe you have what it takes. And I believe it's just that little bit of a push, or that little bit of strategy that we need to implement in order to obtain the necessary tactics that we can use to start achieving our goals. So I will love to see you in the next episode. I know this one wasn't a video recording. I thought I'd give you a bit of a break from my face. But yeah, stay tuned. The first guest will be released sometime this week. I'm not going to tell you when, but the first guest will be released sometime this week. But I can tell you it's going to be an awesome episode. So stay tuned for that, and have a fantastic day and a fantastic week, and stay positive, stay focused, and let's get it.